What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl, girl, girl. It's a Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Friday night at 8. Hey, Friday. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know that you stopped by. Okay, my Keisha is charged. My Keisha is charged and ready to go. I think my Keisha had enough yesterday. I was talking for 2 hours. Both videos were an hour long. Of course, based on editing, it was dwindled down to like 40 something minutes. But I think this has a battery life of 2 hours for some reason. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know you stopped by. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully you are in a good mood. Hopefully you are relaxed. Hopefully you are not stressed out about anything. Hopefully by the end of this video you'll be in a good mood, laughing. We'll try to laugh today. Not too much shoulders. We're not raising our shoulders today. We're keeping our shoulders down. We're keeping our shoulders down and back and chin lifted up to the sky. Yes, girl. So let's see what else is happening. Did you hear about GeneHackman? Y'all, GeneHackman died. His wife and the dog died in the house. GeneHackman was 95 years old. And I think a groundskeeper found them, found the wife, found him in two separate rooms, and the dog in the kennel. So when I first heard about it yesterday, I thought it was carbon monoxide. They said it's not carbon monoxide poisoning. They did I saw Cuomo talking about it. They did like a preliminary investigation. Anything that people are talking about is only speculation. Um, they said there was a bottle of pills in the bathroom where she was, pills spray strewn about. They don't know if it's they said it's they don't know if it's foul play, but I mean he's 95 years old, so Chris Cuomo had some attorney and some, I don't know, two guests on his shows, and on his show, and the person said, and I felt like it was just like a series of like unfortunate events, like maybe something happened and then she went to go check on him and then something happened to her, and maybe the dog was in the kennel and was just too hot, and then just a bunch of different things, unfortunate events. I don't know. I mean, 95 years old, like the man said. I mean, he's 95. That is like, you can, like, okay, somebody kill a 95-year-old man? I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what's going on, but that is on the blogs right now. Hold on. Let's read a little bit about it. Gene Hackman has been in so many movies that we love. Royal Tannenbaums is the first thing that comes up right here. The Royal Tannenbaums is one of my favorite movies. So let's see. It says, let's see, let's read it. Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, and their dog were found deceased at their home in New Mexico. According to CNN, deputies conducted a welfare check at the residence around 1:45 p.m. on Wednesday, February 26th. Santa Fe County Sheriff Adam Mendoza confirmed that the couple, who had been married for 30 years, and their pet had passed away. The sheriff stated there were no immediate signs of foul play, but did not provide details on the cause of death and when they may have passed. The investigation is ongoing. He was 95, she was 63. That is so wild. That's sad that somebody had to put this. For educational purposes, New Mexico is in the United States of America. A lot of people thought it was carbon monoxide poisoning, but they said it's not that. Let's see what the latest news says about Gene Hackman. News. All right, it says actor Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead in their home this week under suspicious circumstances. Now, here's what we know. All right. The cause of death are not yet known. The pair did not show any external trauma. There were no immediate signs of foul play, according to the preliminary autopsies and officials. There was no immediate signs of carbon monoxide poisoning or a natural gas leak. The couple's bodies were found in separate rooms in their Santa Fe house, with scattered pills found next to Arakawa, according to the sheriff's office. Investigators have not determined whether Hackman and Arakawa died at the same time. Santa Fe County Sheriff Adan Mendoza told NBC's Today Show on Friday that they both likely had been dead for some time before they were discovered. They said that it was like they were decomposing already. It appears to be several days, possibly even up to a couple of weeks. Hackman, 95, was an Oscar winning actor known for The French Connection, Hoosiers, Unforgiven, The Firm, The Royal Tenenbaums. Arakawa, 3 decades. Hackman's Jr. was a classical pianist. Here's what we know about their deaths. 911 caller saw Hackman and Arakawa lying on the floor through the window. Hackman, their bodies were discovered by a maintenance worker at their home just before 2 p.m. on Wednesday. The sheriff's office, they got a search warrant and went in. The 911, the caller told 911 that he could see two unconscious people through the window but could not enter the home. No, dude, they're not moving. Just send somebody out here really quick, the caller said. Police responded to the call and discovered Arakawa's body on the ground inside the bathroom next to an orange prescription bottle with scattered pills on the floor. The body showed obvious signs of death, body decomposition, bloating in her face, and mummification in both hands and feet. The condition of extremities described in the report are somewhat uncommon, according to a forensic scientist. Santa Fe, New Mexico is an arid environment, and you can only get mummification most of the time in very arid environments where you are absent of any kind of significant humidity. Hackman's body was then found on the ground near the kitchen in a similar condition, with a walking cane and sunglasses next to the body. The deputy suspected he had suddenly fallen. A German shepherd dog was found dead in the bathroom. The dog was in a crate. Police have clarified the affidavit that says the dog was in the closet. Two healthy dogs were found on the property. The couple had been deceased for quite a while. Mendoza told reporters Thursday the maintenance workers told police they had not been in touch with the homeowners for 2 weeks. Hackman and Arakawa moved to Santa Fe more than a decade ago before he actively retired from acting at 74. It kind of had magic in it, he told Architectural Digest in 1990. The home where they found is in a gated community at the end of a long, curvy driveway. It was fitting it was a fitting home for a reclusive star featuring expansive views of nearby mountains, but secluded enough to be largely out of the range of cell phone service. Death suspicious enough to warrant thorough investigation. The cause of the couple's death is under investigation. The circumstances surrounding the death of the two deceased individuals are considered to be suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation. I think I'm pretty confident that there is no foul play just based on the lack of evidence of foul play. Of course, we're not ruling that out. Fire officials called to the scene did not locate signs of carbon monoxide leak or poisoning, and a gas company crew conducted tests of gas lines in and around the home did not immediately identify any problems. Official autopsy and toxicology reports are pending, and carbon monoxide and toxicology tests have been requested for Hackman and Arakawa, according to the sheriff's office. Medical examiner reports with the final cause of death usually take 4 to 6 weeks to complete. However, the toxicology report could take 3 months or longer to complete. The actor's family is devastated by the loss. Hackman's daughter and granddaughter said in a statement, "It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of our father." You didn't know he was dead for 2 weeks? You ain't talked to your dad in 2 weeks? When I looked up Gene Hackman last night, he has like his youngest child, I think is like 58 years old, and they had tumultuous relationship with him. I think it's really weird that that man was dead, according to this, damn near 2 weeks. You ain't heard from your dad in 2 weeks, girl. I'm sorry. That's to say that they were probably like not in a good space, right? Not in a good space. News of Hackman's death comes just days before this weekend's Academy Awards. The actor will be honored at Sunday's ceremony. A source familiar with the behind the scenes planning at the Oscars told CNN details are not locked in, but it is possible the in memoriam montage may be edited to include Hackman's contribution to cinema. I think that would be appropriate. Another possibility is a scripted mention of Hackman's death from the award show stage, perhaps by host Conan O'Brien or another entertainer. In his 5-decade career, Hackman won 2 Oscars and was nominated for 5. He won for his portrayal in 1971's A French Connection of a New York cop, Popeye Doyle. His second Oscar for his performance as Little Bill Daggett, a violent sheriff, in Clint Eastwood's 1992 film Unforgiven. That movie was really good. I'm not going to even hold you. All right, so what do y'all think? All we can go about was by what we think, but the pills scattered, mummification starting, his cane and sunglasses were next to him. Is it something that looks staged? Was it staged? Like, what is going on? So all we can just wait for is the reports to come back and the investigation. So shout out to Gene Hackman. She was 30 years younger than him. He was 95 years old. Ooh, he lived a long life, but I wonder what happened. That is so weird. We'll see. We shall see. Let's go to the Jasmine brand and see what's going on. They say
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the. Let me tell you something.
47 new posts. Damn. All right, let me go down the list. Marvin Sapp is at NPR. I'm gonna get Phaedra in here to speak some tongues over the girls. Former Wendy Williams show producer Suzanne Bass, is it Bass? Suzanne? I was wondering where she'd been. We haven't heard from her at all. So former Wendy Williams show producer Susan Bass speaks out on Wendy's guardianship. It's terrifying. Free Wendy. Let's hear what she has to say.
For years. You guys have been asking me for years if
Yes.
I've heard from Wendy and what I'm doing to help Wendy. And I'm going to be honest, I hadn't heard from Wendy in years until last week. My phone rang, and it was Wendy. I cried. She cried. Brendan cried. Jack was home, my oldest. He didn't cry. He said hi to her. She sounds fantastic. She sounds the best she has sounded in years. And I've been learning every day since then more and more about her story, what she's been through, what she's going through, this horrible guardianship she's in. It is horrible and it's terrifying. And so, hashtag free Wendy all the way, all day. And she really just needs our love and support. Just send prayers to her. Thanks. You guys have been asking.
Okay, let's hear what the people say. Suzanne is only talking about Wendy because everyone else is. I went through so much microaggression behind the scenes because of this woman. She talked so bad about Wendy behind her back, but when the cameras came on, she acted like she loved her. Don't believe the hype. Ooh. Where has she been and why is she coming out now? People always trying to free somebody. Y'all did that with Britney, and she's still online spinning into an abyss. But what does Norman have to say? The whole show moved on to Sherry without her soon after. Where has she been before the hashtag Free Wendy started trending? Say you're jumping on a bandwagon without saying it. Oh, Suzanne, man, I missed the Wendy show along with the crew. I was wondering where your ass was at. Free my auntie Wendy. I'm I'm kind. I always felt Wendy and Suzanne really ain't fuck with each other like that. Hashtag Free Wendy. I know this is terrifying, and a severe alcoholic is also terrifying. I'm delighted that Wendy Williams is doing better. I hate two iPod wearing. I can't stand when people have both. You have both of your uh, earbuds in your ear walking down the street. I need to hear what's going on around me. Let's see. I mean, free Wendy, but Suzanne, where you been, girl? Looks like you saw an opportunity. We freed Britney, so it's only a matter of time before they let Wendy go. But those to say she'll get her TV spot back, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think the TV. I don't even think that's of any Wendy's of her concern. Oh my God, J.K. Rowling, you're such a fucking dipshit disappointment. Ugh. Okay, Snoop disputes. Oh no, it says Spotify disputes Snoop Dogg's claims that he only received $45,000 after reaching 1 billion streams. Okay, let's see what it says. Spotify is disputing Snoop Dogg's previous claims that he only received $45,000 after reaching 1 billion streams on the platform. A Spotify spokesperson told TMZ, $45,000 for a billion streams. It's well documented that a billion streams on Spotify generates millions of dollars to rights holders. They added, it's unfortunate to hear that Spotify's payments didn't make it through to you, Snoop. Oh, girl. Snoop's a legend, and we hopefully, now that he owns Death Row Records, he's seen more of that money. Spotify's statement comes after Snoop and Tune.fm founder Andrew Antar announced the rapper is moving his catalog to Tune FM, including his latest song, which currently isn't available on Spotify. Sounds like somebody didn't read. What did y'all be telling the people? Did he read his contract? Didn't sound like he didn't read his contract. Don't y'all be telling the people that? Say that for him. Sound like how you only get $45,000 off of a billion streams? A billion streams, even if it was like how 45,000. So how much? I mean, how much is that a stream? That's crazy. 0.0000445 cent. 40. How many of a four girl? How much is that? 45,000 divided by 1 billion, girl. What is that? What is that? That is nothing. Like that's literally nothing of that's like nothing of the actual stream. I knew when they I mean, when you go from a when you go from a physical copy to a digital format, I feel like it's easier to fuck with your money. I feel like they're always going to figure out a way to fool with creatives and their money. But Snoop, let's see. Somebody said, we don't care. Somebody said, make it enough. Make it enough. What am I doing with this? This ain't enough. Make it enough. Did Snoop deactivate his IG or did Snoop block me? Ooh, Uncle Tom. Oh yeah, because they've been mad at you since you they weren't mad enough at you when you called Gayle King a dog face bitch. They didn't get mad at you until you started dancing for the little orange triangle over there. Oh, built little that little. Every time I think of him, I think of like a little fat little a little fat, pasty white kid. You could see his little blue veins through his little fat, chunky legs. And he has the little dirty, hard bottom stride right shoes on. His little fat ass is running through the playground with dirt, like it's dirt above his lip because the snot was there and he didn't wipe the snot off, so it's like dirty right above his lip. His little fat ass, his hair is all tousled up, and he's just coming through everybody's sandcastles and just knocking everybody's sandcastle down. You know who he reminds me of? Remember on Pee-wee's Playhouse? What was his name? Francis? What's his name? Francis? Let me see if my memory serves me, okay? Who stole Pee-wee's bike? That is who, what's his name, reminds me of. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Did I say Playhouse? That was the show. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Hold on, let me see. I think his name was Francis. Let me see if my memory serves me. Cast. Francis Buxton. Yes, that was his fucking name.
Oh, Francis.
Today is my birthday, and my father said I can have anything I want.
Good for you and your father.
Francis. And he was stealing his bike, and I could just imagine Francis as a little fat. There he goes. There's Francis, little motherfucker. Here he goes. Look at Francis. That's who the old boy reminds me of. Stealing Pee-wee's bike. Your rich father. You'll be sorry, Pee-wee Herman. That's what Donald Trump reminds me of. A little fat ass fucking kid just eating, just stuffing shit in his mouth, shoveling food down his mouth, just eating, just gluttonous, just the epitome of every of all the like deadly sins. Just a little fat, gluttonous, greedy, lustful, hoarding, fat pig. That's what it reminds me. A little sloppy, slovenly, slew-footed, fat fuck. Girl, that's what he reminds me of. I said we was going to keep it lighthearted today. So, Snoop, I hope you get your money, girl. But they've been messing with him. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Let me scroll down. I'm just scrolling down. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want that. Tamika Scott, like I said last night, y'all giving her too much. She should, the way she deserves some discipline for the way she did her sister. Girl, I wouldn't speak about her. She would, girl, Latasha Scott will have a fucking, I'm just talking about it now to tell y'all what to do. But she would have a shock of her life if it was silence among the land when she came out with that song. Y'all heard Latasha Scott's new song? Sorry, I didn't. I kept it moving. Girl, you deserve some discipline. You over there with that weird ass nigga fucking over your sister over a man, bitch. Guillotine. I would never play a tune from that. It sound good. Everybody talking about it sounds good. It sounds good, girl. No, you ain't getting nothing. Stefan Diggs sues reality TV personality Mulan Hernandez for extortion and assault claims. That's the thing. This is the thing. If these men are saying, "Oh, you're trying to say that I did this to you," I'm suing you back. I'm gonna sue you back. Yeah, we gonna fight. If you did not do what somebody is saying that you did, you sue them back. You sue them back. Stefan Diggs has filed a lawsuit accusing reality star Mia Jones, also known as Mulan Hernandez, of attempting to extort him. The lawsuit filed in Harris County, Texas, alleges that Jones punched Diggs in the chest, threatened him with a deadly weapon, and tried to extort millions from him. You know he's been hanging out with Cardi B. She was probably like, sue that bitch. You know, and that's Stefan Diggs. He been hanging out with Cardi B, right? And do I got the right one? Because you know that he was a little. She's getting up there, girl. So isn't he hanging out? I don't know what the kids are doing nowadays. Is he hanging out with? That's Cardi B. Okay. Diggs' attorneys Kent Schaefer described their relationship as casual prior to the incident on June 7, 2024. The suit claims that Jones and another defendant, Brianna Bree Mack, destroyed property at Diggs' apartment and refused to leave. Jones allegedly broke Diggs' $130,000 wristwatch and damaged his gaming system with threats to ruin his career unless he paid. Diggs, a free agent wide receiver, is seeking damages for destruction of his property and alleged misconduct. He said, okay, bitch, I got you. I'm going to sue your ass. As he should. It's time to make examples out of people looking for a come up at the expense of others' hard work. Don't blame him. More of this. It took me a while to figure out who she was on Basketball Wives Orlando. I don't know. I don't know who she is at all. I know who he is. I don't know who she is. I love this for him. I believe him. They either going to try to get pregnant or say you assaulted them for a payday. Dude said she's not about to mess up what he got going on and beat her to it with lawyers. Plus, if it happened last June, she clearly just recently hit him up, threatening him. Damn, she's not even recognized as a basketball player. She better leave these young girls alone. They don't give a fuck. Not gonna lie, I believe him. So we'll see what comes out. Tried to extort him. Is she a basketball player? I don't know who she is at all. Mia Jones, Mulan Hernandez. Like, what? You went from Jones to Hernandez? From Mia to Mulan? Oh. You wanted to sound a little bit more exotic, girl. Mia Jones to Mulan Hernandez. Okay, girl, that's fine. It's okay. Okay, what's next? Quad says Simone Whitmore is the biggest traitor on Married to Medicine. Oh, let's hear.
Your show is the biggest traitor, and why?
Oh, the biggest traitor. So the traitor will be a person, when I think of a traitor, that means someone who is probably kind of flip-floppish. You know, one day they're here, then the next day they're for you, the next day they're against you. Unfortunately, I'll have to say Simone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you feel that right now?
Yeah, I just rather not say because it's just going to take me to a dark place. We're doing very well right now. We're doing very well. Yes, we are.
Okay.
I like to keep it that way.
Oh, okay. So she's not going to say what it was, why she would say that. Simone led the charge on Mariah and Quad. It was always Simone giving the announcement to both of them. Simone, I don't know. I'm gonna stay off of that because I don't. I'm gonna read some of the comments. This wasn't the best approach to keep it that way. She's doing an interview. I mean, it's so weird how when somebody is being interviewed about their job and being asked questions, and then people in the comments talking about it's giving obsessed. Girl, what the fuck? She's being asked a question. Why is she always talking about them? Girl, shut the fuck up. Simone has a problem with Quad because Cecil really likes Quad and his wife is jealous. Ooh. Is no comment available as a response? Not in an interview like that, and not from her, not this person's personality. Mariah said the same thing about Simone, so I believe it. Yes, she is. Simone and them big teeth get on my nerves. Mariah's been said it. Bring back Mariah. Definitely get those vibes from Simone. It's time for a cast revamp. This has gotten old and predictable at this point. Honestly and truly, I think I've been saying this for years. Cycle the people out. But I think with Married to Medicine, it's just like almost like the Kardashians. These are the cast. This is the cast. These are the characters, and every season we just gonna see what's happening with this set of characters. I honestly don't believe, unless the person knows them, unless they is somebody that we have like kind of seen in the background coming to the parties and stuff like that. I don't believe they should bring outside people into this group. I do not think it would. I don't think it's a good. I think I've said this before. I don't think it's a good thing because even the way Tanisha is coming, like it's very weird because it's almost like these are people with 10 years of reality show experience, and you're bringing this person on this show who has no reality TV experience. They're in this weird relationship. They're trying to navigate all this stuff. They have no media training. They're coming off very season one, right? Looking a little, off. And look, see the second season, she's, looks a little different, but it's like, you shouldn't bring outside people into this group. I feel like Mimi. I really wish that Audra was there. I mean, y'all had Kieran and his wife there, Anila. That you know, that's why Toya is on Quad's ass now, because when Quad tried to say that they were scaling walls and breaking into people's houses, having houses. Quad said that was Quad. That was y'all girl. That was Quad. That was Quad's hell and Anila saying that somebody house, what they were trying to say, that Anila, that Gregory, not Gregory, what's the people's name? The Harrises, they were breaking into people's houses. That was I said that's why Toya is literally the only one that could have a legitimate issue with Quad for that story, for doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when, if we notice that Toya has, like, like, she's always on Quad more. Like, she gives her a little bit more, right? And I think it's because of that, right? And all the jokes and calling Eugene Eugina because he's in the women's business and all that other stuff. But I still feel like they should keep all these people on the show. That's why I feel like Quad, like saying Quad shouldn't be on the show. I feel like Quad is an integral part of the show. Like, she's still friends with these people. I don't know how, but I don't feel like they should bring anyone who is not in that group already. Would you like to be on Married to Medicine? Are you really friends with these people? And then on the flip side of that, a lot of people don't want to be on TV. There's a certain personality type to be on television, to come down here and do these videos, to be in front of a camera and have your life documented. There is a certain personality type that gets into that, and not everybody wants to be on television. Not everybody who's a doctor should be on television. Not everybody who's a doctor is reality TV material, right? We don't think Jackie is reality TV material. We don't think Gregory is reality TV material. I agree that I agree, like Simone. I feel like Audra would have been good on reality TV. She just has that personality, like a how do you say, magnetic, like I feel like Audra is just like there, like she's aware, she speaks, she's not no punk ass, like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it, but I like Audra. I wish Audra would come back, but she got into a fight with fucking Toya. Y'all, these people been, did you see when they got into the fight at the house? Yes, they got into a fight. Y'all remember that? I liked Audra. Anila was good. I felt like it brought, a different. I enjoyed seeing Anila and her culture and all of that going on with her. Her being a content creator, him being like, kind of reminded us of Jessel and Pavitt, kind of that kind of that, and but even the way Kieran acts, Kieran had good sense of humor. He got along with the guys. He wasn't afraid to bite his tongue. I don't think Kieran is afraid of talking back and forth with a woman. Like, if somebody has something to say to Kieran, he's like the type, like, I don't care that you're a woman. I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say to you, girl. And I feel like, I don't know. And I don't know why Kieran and Anila left. I don't know why. I don't know why they weren't renewed. I don't know why Audra wasn't renewed. Maybe because Audra had a baby. Didn't she also have a death in the family? I feel like. But Audra had a baby. I feel like that would have been a great addition, to have a baby and this doctor and her husband on the show. I didn't quite like that couple. Were they on House? The couple who came, the man who said he didn't eat pussy. What? Was that on Married to Medicine? I think it was. Yeah, it was, because they were on the last season when Phaedra was supposed to bring that guy, and she was like, "Well, Nigerians, they don't do that." And then she was like, "All the Nigerians I've known, girl, they face the nation." They face the nation, girl. But yeah, so I don't think that, like, Jackie really, truly, honestly, truly can go. But Jackie is Jackie the only one in the connection with the Med balls? Because I feel like the Met Gala, I feel like the Med Gala is something that should occur every season. Like that they should film around that. Like that should be like the main thing that they do. That and the couples trip. I'm telling you, Married to Medicine is I love it, but that edition of the Dunsfords, they can go. I can really do without being a witness to a woman in an abusive relationship. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. So I feel like Quad has that personality. She is the girl in the group. There's always going to be a girl in the group that is not in the same industry as the rest of the group, as the core group. And I think she's a perfect addition. I think she has a great personality. Even in this interview, like she's has that personality. She's giving the answers, the way she phrases her timing, her breath control. Quad is that girl. That's what you want to be, bitch. She's that girl, whether you like her or not. And shout out to Niecy, Jamie, and Bondi Blue with the Ooh Ladies First panel. I caught them at the end. They were talking about the show, Married to Medicine, and what was going on the show, and what is the issue that people have with Quad. And I really truly believe that what Nisi said was right. This is a strong woman. She has a vivacious personality. She didn't say all this, but I'm just paraphrasing what she said. It's like she's this strong personality type, like me. A lot of people can't take me. That's why I kind of understand Quad and those women that have like personalities. Like I if you got to know me, you would love it. You would just love every bit of it. You understand what I'm saying? But on the outside looking in, you'd be like, oh, her personality. Some people is just they can't mesh well with a personality of somebody who's unapologetically showing up to situations. The being long-winded, right? Talking and talking, being dramatic, right? All of those things I feel like makes Quad endearing. That her talking and talking and talking and how they make fun of that. I think it is hilarious that they do that. I don't think it's nothing to like hate this woman about. I truly do not understand the disdain and the vitriol that Quad gets from so many women. And I don't know if it's because you like Mariah. I don't know if you don't want this dark skinned black woman to be like boop up in the front and loud and proud and in your face and actually be able to like carry a scene. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. I don't get it to the point where like if you're like backing up that man to go against Quad. Like I don't feel like Quad is that bad. I don't feel like she has a bad personality. I don't feel like any of them their personalities are like Toya. Her personality is a little weird to me. Um, Jackie, I don't even Jackie, girl, Jackie can go. Like she really can go. But like if she's the only one that has a connection to the Med Gala, Jackie can be a friend. She really could. She really could. I could do without Jackie. But that relationship between Jackie and Simone in the beginning, that was it because they're homegirls having lunch together, all the things. You know what I'm saying? Heavenly, I don't know, bring on another dentist, bring on an not an esthetician, girl, bring on an esthetician, girl. No, bring on an anesthesiologist. I think that would be a great addition. Bring on some other medical professionals, and I'm sure y'all know other medical professionals, right? Mimi is here. She's another psychiatrist. She knows Gregory. Um, but who's ever at that Met Gala, that's what y'all need to do. Audition these people. They need to audition. You shouldn't just accept a person. They need to audition. They need to test with other people. I feel like they should do that for Real Housewives too. You don't just get to come on this show and we don't know nothing about you. We need to see how you get along with these people. And I really feel like you should not bring people who have sat and watched the show like literally off of their couch into our television. That is just a disaster for me. Like I feel like when you realize that this person is a fan of the show, they should a fan fanatic, like that kind of fan. Like, oh girl, they shouldn't be allowed on the show. It just ruins the dynamic. There's a lot of expectation. I heard her say, that's the reason why I haven't sold my soul in this entertainment thing. Girl, what the fuck?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Sold your soul? Are you that deep into entertainment just by girl, really? Okay. That's why you haven't sold your soul yet. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is she talking about? You act like you was invited to a freak off or something, girl. Get out of here. So shout out to Quad, because the girls, they do not like Quad. They don't. And I really don't understand it. Simone yells all damn day, all that yelling, girl. People are beside you that can hear you. I actually agree with Quad this time around. All right, let's go on and see. Jennifer Williams' husband, Christian Gold, sued by 21 people over an alleged Ponzi scheme. Jennifer, you drive a Volkswagen with daisies on the side, bitch, because you stay in a clown costume. I don't get it. This is another one. Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, the one who's still holding the last name of a man who threw a drink in her face on national TV. Girl, ain't no way. I would have been down to the courthouse the next day. You still carrying Eric Williams' name, that nigga who had that knot on his head? Yes. And threw a drink in her face on TV. She's still carrying his last name. Jennifer Williams has dated a man who hired somebody to kill his nephew. She's now with this man, Christian Gold, who's, I don't know if he's a friend of Dorothy's, because that's what it's giving, girl. But you around here running around with these men, having these fake marriages, just, girl, I don't get it. Jennifer Williams is, girl, you are another one less than smart. Here's your nose. Girl, let's go get you a rainbow wig. Let's get you some floppy shoes. Christian Gold, also known as Christian Walden, is facing legal troubles again, with 21 plaintiffs have filed a lawsuit in an Atlanta area court. They accuse him of running a Ponzi scheme, claiming Christian solicited money for investment opportunities but used the funds from investors to pay previous ones. The total amount alleges $121,460.86, with victims from around the country. Christian is charged with fraud, wire fraud, and violations of the Georgia RICO Act, including racketeering and embezzlement. The plaintiffs seek reimbursement plus legal fees. Previously, Christian violated probation after being caught overseas while on probation for other offenses. She is way too old to continue playing the naive role. After that mess with Tim, she ought to have a PI on speed dial to research any man she's involved with, the Yelp reviews, and ignoring the Yelp reviews. There's a story of Christian's ex-girlfriend who literally jumped off a balcony to get away from him. And you thought, oh, this will make a great partner. I'm telling you, when I really want to get y'all heads and just be like, boom, and bang them together. Wake up. Let me knock your eyes back into place. Because it's clearly your eyes is wound up. You doing all that for what? You're looking stupid for the community for what? Why would you put yourself out there? And Jennifer, Jennifer is such a shallow weirdo. All you care about is labels and appearances. It's really sad for you to be where you are in life and still fucking around with men who have no character, who are of low character. Tim Norman, Sweetie Pie's son, hired somebody to kill his nephew. He was stalking Jennifer. Yeah, the nigga with the hips. Why would you even looking at him, the way he's shaped like a fucking pile of dough that hasn't risen, and you looking at him and think that he would be a good partner? Like, why would you even look at Tim? Tim Norman isn't even attractive. He's not even cute. And then his body is shaped like that? Girl, please. I don't understand why, and that's why these niggas be acting like that, because y'all give any nigga a chance. Y'all don't care how he looks. Y'all don't care about his character. Y'all don't read the Yelp reviews. That's why they get away with the shit they get away with. You knew, Jennifer has admitted that she knew about the woman who jumped off a balcony to get away from her current husband. That's what's like. You have the Yelp reviews and you just ignore them. And these men are of low character. A scammer? So you go from a murderer to a scammer? What's next? A rapist? Like, what the fuck? And then you really be having your nose turned up like your breath don't stink just because you got on a Gucci jacket. Girl, get out of my face. Your breath stink and you choose poor, low character ass niggas. You are whack. You are weak. I don't care how many pairs of shoes you have. I don't care how many handbags you have. You are a weak bitch. You are weak as hell. A clown. Like, you have no love for yourself. Like, what? Like, and then the fact that people were around Jennifer clapping and cheering for her because she was getting married to this man who had a woman so terrified and she jumped off a balcony to get away from this man. And you were like, oh, I think he would make a great partner. Let me get married to him. Oh no, but we can't get married. He has to do jail time because he was posting pictures while we were overseas and his probation officer caught him. Stevie Wonder saw this one coming. Jennifer definitely has a pattern. She stays attracting men with baggage, whether it's legal trouble, emotional damage, or financial mess. It might be a subconscious thing where she feels more in control or needed in these relationships. When a woman has real wealth, men who aren't on her level tend to overcompensate with affection and attention, making her feel like a priority in ways that high value independent men might not. It probably feels good at first, but it's a cycle that usually ends in disappointment because it's built on dependency, not real stability. She's not even street smart. A woman who is street smart would not date a man who is on probation, who has in active cases against him, who's scamming people out of money. You would be, if you were street smart, you'd be smart enough to know that's not somebody you get in a relationship with. She should have stayed with Delaney. New look. Now look, red flags were there from the beginning. Ain't Jennifer too old to be being caught up with a man like this? She likes those types. Fake names. His name is Christian LaSalle Walden, not Christian Gold. Men being embarrassing again. My girl does not know how to pick them. You have these many red flags, believe them. No, she's so busy trying to see if the red matches her red bottoms, girl. Does this red flag match the bottom of my shoes? Fucking idiot. Just dumb. Uh-oh. Remember Joy Taylor? I think we should come back. Yeah, we're already 50 minutes in. Jennifer, get your life together, okay? Get your life together. Stop being an idiot. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter how many properties you own. It doesn't, none of your accomplishments mean anything. That's why I'm looking at Bo's crazy. None of your accomplishments, all of that, it means nothing if you are partnering and choosing with evidence, with the ability to make an informed decision. Why do you believe that you deserve a man like that? Like, what do you think about yourself? Why do you believe you deserve a man who is a scammer, who is taking people's money from them? Why? Because you living off the money? You living off the money. That's why. Jennifer is somebody that probably needs to be investigated. because there's no reason why you keep partnering with men of extremely low character, and you want the world to believe that you think highly of yourself because you wear Gucci, Prada, Fendi, whatever the hell else. You don't think enough of yourself draped in Gucci. Your self-esteem is in the gutter. Your self-love worth is in the gutter. It's all in the gutter. This is the man you're laying down with. This is the man you're sleeping with. And you have all of this stuff, all of these accomplishments, properties, all of the shit you have. Why do you think that you deserve a man who scams people? I don't understand that. Why don't you think enough of yourself to choose a man who has a higher character? I don't get it. Like, why? What is the reason? What is the reason? What is the reason? Just like Tanisha Dunsford over there. Why do you think that you deserve a man like that? You think that, what do you think about yourself that you say, I deserve a man who mistreats women? Like, what kind of shit is that? It makes no sense to me at all. I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Happy Friday. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about GeneHackman, girl. That's the story we're gonna stay. We're gonna keep up with that because I really need to know what's happening. But let me know what you think of the topics we talked about. Let's get down in the comments. Thank you for liking the video. Protect your energy. Happy Friday. See you in the next video. Peace.